Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Thrones of Britannia Let's Play. I decided to continue based on the response we got on the last video. It seems like a lot of your interest was piqued with my rage against Osreg at the end of last episode, so we're going to play on a little bit longer just to see how that plays out. I am going to go after them and try to get revenge for what they've done to my settlement up here, or I mean, the fact that they've taken it. So, it is worth mentioning that the game patched yesterday, and so a lot of things aren't the way they used to be. You can see here that our income has fallen off considerably, and our food situation is a lot worse than it was before, and that is presumably due to them nerfing certain buildings. I haven't looked through the patch notes yet, but that's going to make this a bit tricky because this wasn't the situation we left ourselves in. And so things are a little bit worse than they were. Taking Lynn's back will certainly help with food though, and I will probably disband some of this army in a bit here. But my thought is, what we're going to do is all of Osreg's armies, or forces, are in my territory right now. This army right here is just within striking distance of my main force there. It's also within attack range of this one. And so what I'll probably do is set these guys up in reinforcement range and then attack with the other one. And hopefully we can defeat them outright. Then with this force, we're going to attack and take Lynn's. And that will be all of their forces defeated. I will probably raise a small 1-unit army over here and maybe another one over here just to ride south and start grabbing the minor settlements as quickly as we can, because that food will help us sustain these other armies. Another thing that somebody pointed out is, of course, the reason Osreg is our allies because we're actually in a sort of like family ties with them. There was a marriage between our sister and their king. So Kerbal, their king, the guy who's leading that big army, is actually our brother-in-law. And so, if possible, I'd like to avoid killing him. So, when we fight that battle, I'm going to try not to wipe him out. I'll wipe out the rest of his army, but not him, if we can avoid that. I mean, it may not be possible. But my hope is that rather than killing him, we can effectively defeat them, take them down to a single province or settlement, and then force them to basically join our faction. And so he may actually become a playable character from our family tree. At least that is my hope. But we'll see how that works out. So, in order to get this started, what we need to do is move you. Actually, let's jump into diplomacy, because I need to see what ramifications this is going to have. So, Osreg. This is alphabetical. Let's scroll on down. Something's crawling on my leg. Whatever. Let's see. Osreg. We are their only ally, so this will actually go just fine. We have lots of allies. One concern that I have is that by bringing allies into this, I could potentially lose territory to them. So I'm actually not going to call my allies to this war. But I will need to make sure that somebody else, preferably these guys, can deal with Dyflin. Dyflin no longer has any territory. So if they're defeated there, that should be the end of them. Yeah, 0 regions. So whenever that fleet is destroyed, that's game over for them. Let's see. Will it let me attack them from here? I think so. Yeah. So we don't need to formally break the alliance. It'll do it automatically for us. Let's get you guys up close here. I don't know why they had to take that roundabout path, but fine. And then we'll have you come over here and attack. There's our declaration of war. We are not going to call our allies into this. And they have none. We were their only ally. And they crossed us. What a mistake that was. Let's see if they take this fight. They may retreat. Nope, they're going to take it. They don't seem to think we can win. However, we have a pretty substantial cavalry advantage. We have 4 cavalry. That's including the the king and his guard. 4 cavalry in this particular army to their 2. It's going to be their king and this unit of horse boys. And then in my reinforcing army, I have another unit of general and general's guard, and then 2 more horse boys. So while they have numbers on us, we have mobility, and so as long as we can run amok in their back line and prevent these skirmishers from doing their thing, I think we can win this pretty handily. We also have the armoring 1 upgrade on the majority of our troops here, so they will be a little bit sturdier than they would have been otherwise. So let's get a quick save in and go ahead and fight this. Again, we're going to try really hard not to kill him, but it may not be possible to avoid. Okay, so we're all set up, and I'm just going to hold position here until our reinforcements arrive. If they want to come to me, that is fine, but it looks like they are going to hold. We'll see how long they maintain that, because I would prefer they come to me, but if they don't, then obviously we'll have to come up with something. So, the way that we have our troops arranged, where the hell are you guys? Oh, you're over there. Right, let's get all of you over here then, and then we'll figure stuff out. But got the archers in front, line of spears as far spread out as we can make them, because again I want them to effectively be the anvil that will hammer the enemy against. So I need them to hit the front and allow everything else to flank around, and their job is basically just to function as like a pinning unit. We will basically use everything else to flank. So I have swords and then javelins on either side. The swords are, going to try to get around the ends and then hit the larger enemy forces in the back, especially where they have axes or swords themselves, because those will cut through the spears pretty effectively. And so we need to deal with them more quickly than the enemy spears. The javelins we'll attempt to do the same. We're going to try to work them around the flanks and have them throw into the enemy's back. We may even try that with the archers as well. The horse boys are going to run down the enemy's range units, and then our melee cav is going to basically cycle charge to do morale damage. Alright, so our guys are here. Let's see. You're going to join that group of cavalry. We'll put you over here with this one. So we have 1 melee cav and 2 skirmisher cav on either flank. And then I'm going to put you with the king just to ensure that he's a little bit better protected. With you guys, let's put you both over here. Well, not over there, but on either flank like so. And once we get them all lined up, we'll go ahead and lock that formation in and start advancing. Maybe they'll come to us. No, I think they're just... yeah, they're changing their orientation. Fair enough. Fair enough. So that's 3 cav units now. We'll make you guys... we don't need the formation lock it. Let's just create a selection group. And then with you guys, we'll make you 3. What's the hotkey for that in here? Just G? Okay. Because I know Control G formation locks, that's the one I always use, but I don't often use selection grouping. But in here it's fine because I don't need the cavalry to be in any set formation. And then let's see, if I do that, it should account for the new positioning of them. And then for whatever reason, Control 1 isn't actually doing it. There we go. Locked in. Alright, so let's push you guys up to... let's go a little bit further, maybe like this. We'll start with that. I don't want them running though. We want them saving their energy. Let's get you guys up on the flank there, and you guys over on this flank here. And I'm going to have the cavalry go a bit slower too. I don't want them to arrive too soon, because it might provoke the enemy into moving, and if they move before we're ready to deal with it, that could be a problem. So what are they doing? They have a bit of cavalry there, just some spears out on that flank, some archers and javelins here, javelins there. And then this is all melee? No, they've got like archers randomly mixed in there. They don't appear to have any coherent formation happening. But they are pretty intent on defending, it looks like. So this is going to be interesting because it's going to be hard to envelop them like I want to with them lined up like this. So I need to try to maybe bait them into coming toward us, because if I can get them to converge on our 4 units of spears in the center, then flanking them will be a pretty simple task. But if we can't do that, then this is going to get a whole lot harder. And that's where their numbers advantage comes in, because they obviously can sort of dictate the way this fight goes. My mobility will help me capitalize on the situation, but I can't exactly dictate, you know, what's going to happen, because all they have to do is basically sit here and my cavalry doesn't count for much. Alright, so archers, it's really difficult to tell what your range is. Looks like we need to get a little bit closer. So if I push up to like there. Oh, okay. I'm going to pause just to try to kind of take stock here. In fact, archers, since they are on approach, I want you guys to set up behind the spears, and we'll put the spears in shield castle as soon as we have the chance. Again, I don't want to kill him, but he may not give me a choice. Horse boys, don't even worry about... I might just ignore their cavalry altogether. The only concern I have with that is that they could flank around and hit my spears in the back, and that would cause us some pretty severe problems. But I would be better off just doing that to them. So let's move time forward a bit here and just see how this sort of plays out. Alright, I need all of you guys to castle up. Oh, we lit those trees on fire. That's no good. By the way, you guys do not want to be in skirmish mode right now. Alright, so we need to keep an eye on the situation here, because I need to ensure that we pick off their archers wherever possible. I'm going to have all of you guys just go in on them right now. But if they start fleeing too far, I'm going to have you ignore them. Hopefully those burning trees don't affect us. Alright, let's have you break off and go after them. I'm going to have you break off as well. And you're going to harass them for me. Here they come. Oh, what's happening here? Unit of spears just sort of made a beeline for my cavalry. That's fine. We'll just outright ignore them. Let's get you moving forward. I'm going to have you skirmish with them. Let's get you up the field a bit. Actually, we'll do that with all of you guys. And I'm going to pull the archers. Well, I'm not going to pull them back. I'll put them in skirmish mode and let them kind of fend for themselves. You guys are going to move up the field like so. Go a little bit wider. Nope, not what I wanted. Go there, then go here. Just kind of circumvent them if you can. And you guys skirmish with them for now. You should be able to hit them in the back pretty easily. Alright, I need you in there, piling on that fight. What is that? Javelins? Go deal with those guys. Oh, we got caught up in a fight over here. That's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. But that's what we got, so that's what we'll deal with. Let's see. We've already got some units breaking. What is all this? Are these all javelins? Those are archers. Horse boys. I'm going to have the king deal with the archers. Let's have you guys go in on them. I'll put you guys here, and then our other general will attack those javelins there. Alright, so that's all their ranged units taken care of. I still need to get people in here to flank, because this line is not going to hold on its own for very long. So let's get you back over here. Alright, those archers are pretty much done already. As soon as they are, we'll move them on to something else. Who just broke? Oh wow, that's no good. They did not last very long, did they? You guys are actually doing pretty well in that fight. I'm mildly surprised. One-on-one against Axeman's not going to be a good match for them, though. All archers, I need you skirmishing with these guys because they are going to run amok in our lines. Oh, they're breaking over here too. Come on, guys. We're starting to clean up over there. You guys got caught up in a fight. In that case, just duke it out with them. You keep skirmishing. You keep fighting. Please mop them up so that we can help out here. Yeah, our infantry's kind of falling apart on us. That was a possibility. I mean, we didn't have nearly as many foot troops as they did. But the thing is, we can just run them to exhaustion. We have a huge, huge range advantage and mobility advantage, so we basically just need to not fight them head up and we will eventually win. But yeah, they just tore through our front line, although they took some pretty severe casualties for their effort. Okay, if you're done there, go after them. What are you guys up to? Let's get you out of range stance, and I want you to go skirmish with them. What do we have over here? You haven't taken any casualties yet. Why don't you go help out there? Actually, no. Make sure that that unit doesn't come back. Oh, the king's on that. Never mind. I'm not sure what to do with you, to be honest. Yeah, come out. Come help out here. If you could save those guys, that'd be great. There we go.
It's a rout. Our warriors.
Come on, get in there. But Fianna's hanging in there a lot longer than I would have expected. Can you guys help out there? I need you to get back in fighting. Don't kill him. Again, if we can avoid that, I'd prefer it. Horse boys, come over here. I want you skirmishing with, you know, whatever they have. No. Go help out there. You did pretty well in that. That's good. Men have rallied. Oh, he died. We did everything we could not to kill him, so I can't help that. I went out of my way not to engage him directly. Are you guys... What are you doing? You have ammo. Use it. You're skirmishing there. Help out here. Let's get you in there as well. I'm surprised these guys held as long as they did. Javelins. Do what you can there. I need you to come back in and break them up. You probably shouldn't... You know, you can run down routing enemies because, frankly, having you engage in a direct fight is not going to help us. Alright, archers. I need all of you there. Let's keep you on... You know what? Go charge into them, and if you guys could handle that unit, that'd be great.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Battle's finally turning for us, and we will get a victory here. It'll just be a damn costly one, but that's fine. We can just disband a lot of these units and then retrain them later. That's more men rallying. That's always nice. Fianna, if you could help out anywhere. Yeah, go get in there. That's really all they have left. And that's that. There's our victory. So now we need to get the cavalry pursuing and mop up these units so that we don't have to deal with them later. And yeah, that's it. Oh, who's firing at them? Oh, you guys are. Okay. Yeah, I mean, keep doing that. We'll have the king try to deal with it. Do I have any other units around here? Let's get you guys chasing them. You keep firing there. Let's keep you on them as well, at least until the king's engaged. I'm going to cut here and run down the remainder of their forces, but I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright, so it's calling this a close victory, but it doesn't seem all that close to me. They deployed more men than we did, and yet we still killed more than 3 of them for every one of ours that fell. That's a pretty good kill-to-death ratio. We were able to wipe out effectively their entire army with the exception of these 2 units. Unfortunately, Kerbal did die. I did try to avoid that. I never actually engaged with him myself. He just kept throwing his guard unit against spear units, so what can you really do there? I think cavalry really won the day for us there. A lot of our cavalry units had 100+ kills. Javelins actually did pretty solid as well. They had more kills than we typically see from them. Well, these guys didn't, but I think they were the ones caught up in melee. The spears folded pretty quickly, but honestly, they were each handling 1, 2, sometimes even 3 enemies, so it's not that surprising. And the Fianna did well, as they always do. Archers weren't great today, but we'll give them a pass this time. Anyways, that's the main enemy force defeated. We'll take the replenishment here, and I'll probably merge a couple units together and then re-recruit them, or maybe wait to re-recruit them just to ease up on the food penalty we're taking right now. Oh, so it actually gave them a pass there. Yeah, that's a shame. So we had to kill our brother-in-law. It's his own fault, though. Yeah, and you guys can't get over there to attack them, so we're going to lose a minor settlement more than likely. That is a real shame, but that's just how this game goes. There might be a way that we can deal with that. No, there really isn't, because they could go here or here, and there's very little we can do about it. That's so frustrating. In any future gameplay I do with this, whether it be on camera or on my own time, I'm definitely going to install the mod that adds garrisons back to minor settlements. It's such an oversight in terms of game design. It's not that it's a problem on its own, like inherently, but the fact that they changed the recruitment mechanic to make it abusable made it an issue, and so they obviously didn't really consider that when they were designing the game. But anyways, we need to train up. Well, let's see. What I can do first is... the problem is we've got plenty of cavalry there. So let's merge you guys together. And that'll give us 3, fairly decent strength spear units. I'm going to merge you guys together. And we'll just outright disband this one. Actually, before we do that... No, yeah, we'll just disband them. But they're rank 3. You guys, that's fine. So we'll get rid of you. And then we're going to take this unit. And we'll merge it with that one. We can't do it. They're not close enough. But on the next turn, we'll merge them together. We'll disband a few of them. Probably like this, like these 2 right here we'll get rid of. That eases up the food burden just a little bit. That will replace the one javelin man that we just got rid of, and then we'll have an extra cavalry unit, which may or may not be necessary, but then we also have you that can ride around and cause the enemy trouble. What's so frustrating is that a single unit of General's Guard could defeat this army right now, but we don't have anybody that could get there this turn. I'm wondering, like, because you do get a tiny movement allotment. I wonder if I train somebody here if they could get there. Let's see. Honestly, if any of you guys die, I could care less. So I'm going to spend my 1,000 gold on raising forces here. Let's start with you. And no, you can't get there. So we'll put you in there. That'll force them to ride this way. And then down here, we'll spend our other 1,000 or other 500 on, it really doesn't matter who. Let's go with you. He gets lower recruitment costs, that's kind of nice. We'll put you in there for now, and he's going to come take this minor settlement on the next turn. Now then, let me check the time, because we also need to resolve this, and that is a battle I would like to fight, but we might have to fight it next episode, so we'll see. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So, let's make sure that we're not missing anything, and then we'll call it a day here. We'll continue with this turn on the next episode because we need to fight that battle manually. We don't need to, but we will. And then we'll go ahead and advance the turn and start marching south to take their territory. We are going to lose a bit of territory ourselves. They are almost certainly going to ride to here and try to take this. It's literally right inside their movement range. Like, it's the utmost extreme, but that's as far as they can go. Unfortunately, that means we're going to lose it, and the following turn we'll have to reclaim it and repair it. This will need to get repaired too, but also on the following turn we are going to be grabbing this. That single unit army there is going to start riding down to here and start claiming all of this, and I may even train up another one just to expedite that. That should resolve our food issues. If it doesn't, we will bleed some units off of this army, just because right now we don't need them to be a full stack. Can't really afford to bleed anything off of this one because they're about to go into a battle. And we have to keep in mind that Difflin, while no longer landed, is still a threat. If they land anywhere, they can reestablish themselves, and so we need to make sure that we don't allow them to do that and defeat them if the opportunity arises. So anyways, I guess we'll call it here. I'll give everything a quick once over before I start recording the next episode, just to make sure we're not missing anything politically or diplomatically. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Thrones of Britannia with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.